plan on living in the same house for the rest of your life. Not many of you plan on doing that. My speech is going to demonstrate the process that one person goes through from moving from one place to another. I'll walk you step by step from why people move, picking a location, looking at costs, and then also finally down to moving day. I've experienced the ups and downs of moving, and it is like a roller coaster. According to the 2000 census, many people, the most 65% of housing-related reasons were the reason why people move, followed by family-related reasons and then work-related reasons. For all of these reasons, people have to decide why they want to move. Once you have decided why you want to move, you have to decide where you want to go. So let's look at the cost of a 2-bedroom apartment in the Florence area. It costs nearly $600 to $850 just for a 2-bedroom. Your electric and gas can run you $75 to $100, along with your internet and cable, renter's insurance, cell phone, car payment, and car insurance, and it can be variable. The next thing you need to look at is looking how you're going to move. There's a couple options that you have. You can move with a fringe truck, which is a pickup truck. The disadvantage to that is your items aren't protected, and you normally have to make more than one trip. The second option is a U-Haul truck. The problem with the U-Haul truck is that you actually have to pay for it. It costs about $30 for a 2-bedroom apartment. And then you pay 79 cents in gas, and then you 79 cents a mile. And then you also have to pay gas to fill the truck back up. The best option is Two Men in a Truck or an equivalent brand. They can actually pack your products for you, put them on the truck, and then deliver them to the new location and unpack. The problem with that is it costs anywhere from $400 to $600 just to have that done for a 2-bedroom apartment. Packing is probably the hardest thing about moving. It's time consuming, and you also have to make sure you put all the items in one room in the same basket, in the same box. Some tips for packing, which would be your final step before the move, is make sure all the boxes are secured tightly. You don't want to overfill the boxes, as in the boxes can break. Make sure you don't mix items from different rooms, because when you mix the items, it becomes a lot harder to unpack. Make sure when you're labeling the boxes, they're easily read. You want probably a label on the top and then like a label on 2 of the sides. And then lastly, make sure you take apart your furniture as soon as you can before the move. I would suggest probably maybe taking the kitchen table apart 3 days before, and then maybe your bed the night before, and then just sleep on the mattress and box springs. And some things to remember is always make sure you have your electric set up in your apartment beforehand. Probably call Duke or your electric provider about 2 weeks ahead of time just to make sure it's scheduled. Make sure you give your spare keys to a friend, that way you don't end up locking yourself out. When you sign your lease, make sure you don't sign it on moving day, because it can take up to a couple hours to sign, and you want as much time as you can. And then always have as many helpers as possible, because the more helpers that you have, the less work you have to do. The key thing to remember is make sure that when you're moving, you decide where you want to go, and then decide how you're going to get there, and then finally you have to prepare. And that's all. Thank you.